Hi, kitty. And he must be a steakhouse.
I'm gonna tear this up.
I'm down in Port Rashid where I've come to visit the coffee lab here at the waterfront, and let's go find it. So I ordered the Shakshuka and moved inside because it's just too noisy outside with the construction. And I don't know, I'm starting to wonder, is this a cultural thing, a language thing, or not? But so I'm asking my guy, I said to him, hey, I want to get the Shakshuka and I would like to get some coffee. Some brewed coffee, and I keep forgetting they call it filtered coffee here. So I'm like, yeah, it's to be filtered. What kind of coffee is it? And
coffee, you want hot or cold, sir?
Hot, please.
Hot. And eggs, sir, for Shakshuka, you want medium, well done?
What's best?
Well done.
Well done, really?
Medium well, I will make it.
Medium? Okay, perfect. Thank you. As you would have it. Okay, thanks. You know, and this has happened more than once in different places that I've gone to so far here in Dubai. You ask them for a coffee, they say, filter coffee. Yes, filter coffee, please. And I'll ask, well, what kind of coffee is it? A V60. And so I don't know if is it a matter of the language difference that I'm not really using the correct phrasing that people are used to here in Dubai. But I'm just like, oh no, because to me personally, the method of whether it's V60 or Kalita or any of that is less important than the coffee itself. And it's like, that doesn't, it kind of gives me the impression that, I mean, or is the local clientele just satiated with the reply of V60? Okay, good, V60 coffee. But I would like to know more. And so Ethiopian was the answer after we drilled down with it. And that's a little bit on the basic side. But I asked them for shakshuka, some coffee. So hopefully that comes. We're going to see what we get. And I'm looking forward to it. But it's really a gorgeous place here at the seaside. It's very nicely done with relatively comfortable, stuff like this banquette has these really plushy couch stuff that I guess is really good for lounging, but the height of the cushions is pretty low. It's a little bit uncomfortable because I think my butt is sitting at an angle below my knees, so your calves are still kind of stressed, so it's not really relaxing as much. But maybe I should just lean back, do some man spreading, maybe kick out my legs a bit. Oh yeah, maybe that's better. I think that's how I should be doing it. What I like about it is there's a lot of plants. It gives you a nice feeling that plants. Plus the weather today is beautiful, gorgeous. Like here on the seaside, you can feel a little bit of humidity coming off the water. It's cool breezes, but still warm. We're probably talking like 75, 78 Fahrenheit. And the bar looks really nice, super modern, clean. Ceilings are high with exposed concrete and all the exposed utilities. So that means that there's a little bit of noise. Oh, here's my V60. All right. What do we have here today?
V60 Hambela. Want to put it?
Yes, please. Hambela?
Hambela.
Oh, okay.
Here you go. Here's your coffee.
All right, thank you very much.
Enjoy your coffee, sir.
Hambela. I'd like to know a little bit more, but let's try it anyway. It's got a nice nose. Not really what I was expecting in the nose. Like here, there's a lot of not necessarily bright coffees, but like a lot of the V60 type coffees that I've had here have been more on the floral, lightly bright, kind of lighter kind of coffees. This one has a heavier nose. Well, still on the brighter side. I imagine it's probably a natural, but it's got a fermenty kind of finish on it, a little bit kind of pungent, a little bit herbaceous on the finish. So give me some puckering in my cheeks. To be honest, I don't know if I quite like it. This is the kind of pungency that I am experiencing that makes me think that, ooh, I wonder if this would be better balanced with sweetness, like some cream and sugar. Yeah, definitely a pungency and a pucker, like right here. And to underscore how low the cushions here are, I'm actually sitting at the table, and you might be thinking that I'm hunching down. I'm really not hunching down very much. But that's how low the seats are. They've got how many guys here? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think at least 9 people working. I always wonder about the economics of coffee shop operations in the Middle East. Like, you go to a lot of these shops and they've got like tons of employees, tons of workers. But everyone seems nice and friendly and enthusiastic. Of course, a lot of Filipinos, always Filipinos here, working in the bar. Yeah, excellent, excellent. All right, Shakshuka time. So we got our coffee. Thanks. Perfect. Sourdough bread. And then our shakshuka. My guy said he was going to have it kind of medium well done eggs. So let's try it. Oh yeah, it's hot. Ooh. Ooh, spicy. Get some of this egg going on here. Some of the cheese. I think it's halloumi. I don't really know. I'm just throwing out words. All right, that's very good. That's delicious. I think the bread is slightly toasted. But oh yeah, I dig it. I dig it. I haven't really had too much shakshuka in the past, but this is good. Just a touch of heat. The eggs are nice and firm with just a little bit of runniness. Bell peppers, tomatoes, delicious. The bread has really great crust to it, chewy, firm crust. It actually matches well with the chew of the crumb. Oh yeah, the coffee does balance well with the shakshuka. This is definitely a great first meal. Does this count for vegetarian with the egg? Maybe not. I said earlier that there's a kind of this herbaceousness to the coffee, and I wasn't sure if I like it. Those kind of characters that I'm not really into are still there, but when you have it with the shakshuka, the spice mix of the shakshuka kind of blends well with it and kind of overcomes some of the elements that I don't find particularly exciting in the coffee. So I think it's a great pairing. And I'm really enjoying the harder cooked egg, really great texture as a contrast to the stewed sauce and vegetables. Actually, I think if I was all by myself, without the camera rolling, I'd probably be eating this a lot faster. So here they've got a full wraparound bar, multiple Lamorzoco linear PBs, a whole 6 of these Monza grinders, plus a bunch of Barazza Fortes for that pour-over station. Got this really big square layout, so there's a lot of space for the baristas to work. It looks really interesting. I mean, any place that has a battery of grinders is always going to impress. Wow, this is a great choice. This is definitely better than that thought of having a croissant. A croissant can be had anywhere. This is definitely the way to go. All right, last big piece of egg. I'm gonna splurge on it. Now I feel like Mark Williams. That's hella good. Yeah. Let's finish off this coffee. On the espresso grinders, there's that box.
The box of our beans, one of the best beans, which is Gesha. It is a box of cup of excellence. But
Is that better than your other espresso?
Yeah.
What makes it so good?
I'll show you the box.
Oh, okay. Thank you. The Gesha. Thinking about getting one.
It's from Colombia. Its variety is Gesha. It's very nice when it comes to espresso, milk-based, or even filtered coffee. As you see, there's a sticker of Cup of Excellence 2020. It is one of the best beans in the world.
Best beans. All right,
Yeah.
I'll have an espresso.
The normal price of the coffee, we're adding 28 dirham.
Okay.
You can keep it for
All right, let me have a look at that. Thank you. So we're going to go for it. This San Pedro Cup of Excellence CoE 2020. It was roasted on the 26th of November, 2021. So what is it? A Geisha varietal, Colombia. Tasting notes of grape, tropical fruit, and some floral. a little bit generic in those descriptions. I wish they were a little bit more specific and really tell me what I'm going to expect. Because, you know, tropical fruits, there's a whole world of tropical fruits. Floral, there's a whole world of flora. So inside here is a bag. Oh yeah, it's a bag. Is there a little more information? No, the same.
Sure. This is Espresso San Pedro.
Alright.
This is the best espresso you're gonna taste.
Yes?
Yeah, for sure, sir.
Alright, excellent.
Enjoy, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Guess I should do a little stirring, right? Okay. So the barista preheated the cup and it's super hot. Like, actually it's a little bit hot to the lips. So perhaps next time don't heat the cup so much. Wow, definitely very hot. Definitely very hot. It's a bright, juicy, puckering again kind of coffee. There's some dark black tea notes kind of on the finish lingering. There's a sharpness to the brightness. And I'm not really a big fan of sharp and bright espressos, so initially it's not to my wheelhouse. But let's see more. After all, I'm paying 46 dirham for it, which is well over $10. It's really a concentrated, and I want to describe it as a pungency. Here's the things that you should understand about my thoughts on this espresso is that I prefer an espresso that's a little more of a blend, right? And I want something that has really, really solid chocolate notes, really rounded forward body. I do like to mix in some natural coffees, like really berry kind of forward natural coffees. So really bring a berry character to it. And then the finish, nutty and lingering. So the finish here is lingering, but there's a definite strong brightness to it that doesn't really appeal to me personally. Now that it's cooled a little bit, this last sip actually had some nice fruitier tones. That's where maybe the tropical fruit is starting to come out. Kind of like a little bit of reminiscence to Fruit Loop cereal. I think part of the problem was that it was really hot initially. Yeah, now we're getting some more fruit tones, some jammy kind of tones, maybe like a grape jam, apricot. Maybe some mango, that kind of green mango from Mexico with a little bit of the red skin. Maybe early on when it's just starting to ripen. Yeah, much improved. Actually, from this point down, much improved. Up here, too hot, too astringent, too bright, too much pungency. But now that I'm finished, much more enjoyable. All right, cool. Actually, that was not a good choice. The Ethiopia is not as good as this Gesha. Like, it's not a good follow-up. Like, it had a nice fruitiness to it. I'm trying to get that flavor back in my mouth to end my session with. All right, so let's have a little shakedown here. We've got the Shakshuka for 46 dirham. The filter coffee Hambela for 28 dirham. Espresso is 18 dirham plus the San Pedro Premium, which is 28, which gives us a total of 120 dirham. Not terrible. Not bad. What's that?